Michael Plooy trifft auf einen jungen Engländer, 25 Jahre alt, kommt aus Nottingham, hat schon 2 Development Tour Turniere gewinnen können, ist aktuell die Nummer 125 der Weltrangliste. Herzlich willkommen, Captain Kirk, Aiden Kirk.
3 games left in the afternoon session at the Happy Bet European Darts Open, and it's Captain Kirk, Aiden Kirk, making his Euro Tour debut. A 25-year-old from Nottingham who had that famous run at the UK Open a couple of years back, beat not only Phil the Power Taylor, but Peter Snakebite Wright as well. Both, well, one a former champion at the time, one an eventual winner of the UK Open, Peter Snakebite Wright. Man, he's made the final of that tournament, last 3 years running. Finally got over the line and claimed his first major PDC title this year, Peter Snakebite Wright. And we will be seeing Snakebite in action tomorrow when the seeded players enter the fray. But it's Alan Norris who awaits the winner of this one, the number 11 seed, Chuck Norris. But Michael Plooy, this is a Dutchman playing in only his 3rd Euro Tour event, hadn't been on the Euro Tour prior to this year. The previous 2 appearances have been drawn against world champions Christian Kist and Raymond van Barneveld. Took 9 legs off the pair of them over the course of the 2 games. Close matches, and Plooy will fancy his chances of claiming a first Euro Tour win here in Leverkusen. I'm Dan Dawson, Paul Nicholson alongside me. We're just going through the practice darts, and then Paul Hinks is going to call Game 1.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Aiden to throw first. Game 1.
Well, Captain Kirk, welcome to the European Tour. It seems like
56.
ages ago that he had that run at the UK Open. It seems like a lifetime ago. It probably does to him as well.
It's 2014, 3 years ago, for Aiden Kirk. And that
55.
run at the UK Open from absolutely nowhere.
Tell you what, though, fundamentally, it's such a lovely throw. It's so solid. And he's filled out a bit since the time when he was at the UK Open. It's not a derogatory thing.
No.
That's just, he's a bit more huggable now. But he's always been a good thrower, Aiden. But I think
90.
more than anything else, shaking off that tag of that UK Open and becoming the player that he wants to be has probably been very difficult for him. And he's focused his career on different parts of professional darts, development tour, that kind of thing. And he's starting to thrive again. He's making baby steps.
137.
And he's utilising his youth to gain experience. And I like that. He's not expecting everything at once.
Well, Aiden Kirk are now at 25 years old, too old for development tour, as Plooy fires in a ton 40 to get himself to a finish. Kirk looking at 78. Double 12. 14 darter. What a start to life on the Euro Tour for Aiden Kirk. But yeah, he's too old for the development tour now, but he has been using it to develop. Last year, he won his 2nd development tour title. The one before came the previous year. He's got a tour card by virtue of his performances on the development tour, and this year it's been hit and miss. He's made a couple of board finals on the Pro Tour. This is obviously his first European Tour appearance, and what he'll be clinging on to is it's not like it's the first time he's been on a big stage. He's beaten Phil Taylor and Peter Wright on a big stage in front of, you know, thousands of fans. So this, it's not going to seem small time by comparison, but it's something he's done before. And I tell you what, if he is going to go and
58.
win this match against Michael Plooy and set up a clash with Alan Norris tomorrow, then it will get very big time very quickly for Aiden Kirk, because if we pack this place out tomorrow, which we're expecting to, it's probably going to be a similar size crowd to that of the UK Open. And the main stage there, where you're looking at about 4,000 fans, it'll be just shy of that in here, I think.
57.
Well, it won't daunt him. If anything, it's probably going to get his appetite whetted.
Well, you would think. I remember at the UK Open, when he was asked, he just pulled off, you know, the biggest wins of his career, and he's a guy nobody really knew a great deal about. So I think it was Ned Bolton doing the interview with him, and he was talking about how he worked at a meat processing plant in Nottingham. He said, well, you know, are you thinking about, you know, are you looking for sponsors? Are you looking to go full time? And Aiden, evidently in his naive early stages of his darts career, just went, no, I'm quite happy, I'll just, you know, play a bit of darts and do my work. Not really seizing the day there, Aiden Kirk, but evidently over the last 3 years or so, he has made progress. He's got a chance of a breaker throw here unless Plooy takes out the 170, which is not going to happen.
We saw a lovely 170 at the back end of the Vienna event, didn't we? Ooh, one of the best we've ever seen on the European Tour. The timing was impeccable from Michael Smith. Wasn't enough to get over the line, though, but this, setting it up. Treble 17 with a left double 16.
92. Michael requires 79.
79 only guarantees one dart at tops if you miss the treble. Plenty of room.
59. Aidan, you require
Not enough juice on the dart. And Kirk comes back for a 2-0 lead for tops. 2 10s.
31.
Vital misses in the start of this game.
20.
Yeah, Plooy misses 1 dart, Kirk then misses 2. Chance for Plooy to level, double 5, can't miss inside. That's why that's so high.
15.
And no idea why that is so low.
20.
But that will do for Aidan Kirk. 2-0 to the Englishman. We've seen 4 convincing victories today, and then that battle for Stefan Siepmann, which guarantees us 2 Germans in the second round here in Leverkusen, because Siepmann is already there, and Robert Allenstein will take on Dragutin Horvat in the penultimate game of this evening's session, so we are guaranteed another host nation qualifier in second round action tomorrow.
And Robbie Green's probably not going to have it all his own way against Martin Schindler, who is on form right now. So there is a lot of potential for German participation on Saturday.
54.
Well, let's get into Michael Plooy. You got through Rusty Jake Rodriguez and one of your favourites, Dan, Ronnie Heibrechts, who will be gutted not to get here because he was chasing a match play spot.
122.
But one of the reasons that he potentially missed double 5 by such a margin, high and low before, is this
137.
exaggerated backlift that he has with his throw. And it's way back to the collarbone, way out of the eye line. He's obviously a muscle memory type thrower. He likes to bring it back to a certain point. But when you bring it back towards the collarbone, you're almost taking it out of your eye line completely. That, to me, would probably explain some wildness that is potentially going to plague his game.
Well, in the 2 games we've seen him previously on the European Tour, Michael Plooy has been a very, very difficult man to predict, because in both cases, Christian Kist and Raymond van Barneveld taking on former champions of the world and winning legs against them. You know, beaten 6-5 by Kist, beaten 6-4 by Barney. Does he stay there or does he go tops tops? He does stay there and he hits the 1. So Kirk will have a look at the 95. Come back to the point I'm making on Michael Plooy in a moment, because this key moment in this game, he's gone the insurance route, so bullseye.
70.
Looked inviting, didn't it, that first dart, but he wasn't able to use it. Plooy looking at double 11. Things can go wrong here, but they don't. It is a break back, 2-1. So yeah, the difficult thing with Michael Plooy, it's not even a change between legs, where one leg he looked like a very, very good dart player, and another leg he looked like somebody who just won a ticket in a raffle to come and play darts against the world champion. It was visit by visit. He would go 180, 26, 140, 41. It was so hard to predict. There was no consistency there, and it almost seemed to unsettle his opponents. And Kist and Barney only just got over the line against him. He has the capability to play some excellent dart and have some great visits, Michael Plooy, but it's just the consistency doesn't seem to be there in the brief exposure we've had to it. And it may be to do with that throw, which, as you say, it comes there's a lot of movement in that arm before he lets go of the dart. There's a lot where things can go wrong and deviate and all kinds of problems.
Well, when he brings the dart back, you can't physically bend your arm any more than what he does. It's almost like his anchor point for his backlift is the fact that his bone and muscle won't go any further.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's repeatable. Don't pull your arm back anymore, then, you're bringing it back to the same point every time. But you compare that with, say, Aidan Kirk, who has a pretty standard. It's brought back to a comfortable sort of distance just below the eye line.
I like Aidan's throw. I think it's one of the nicest ones in darts. Very much reminds me of Sean Greatbatch when he was at his best.
Going for it. No.
48. He didn't require 154.
I don't like people doing that. I really don't. You can call it a lack of respect for your opponent, but I say it's mind games. It's paid off this time, and it's paid off on the dartboard. But Aidan Kirk is now in his own mind thinking, so you don't think I can hit a 154 here? And that's got to get his juices flowing, saying, right, okay, game on.
Well, I'm puzzled as to why he's gone second dart at the 18s there, as Kirk misses out the first 180, unless he was potentially trying to go for double 80, give himself a chance, but he didn't really commit to it because it was pretty much bang in the middle of the 18. So gave him a dart at bull, which he never intended to use, and that one, I'm not sure it was destined for the 60, that last dart, but he only comes away with 120 anyway.
Yeah, I think that one was a flight flicker.
45.
Yeah, I think it was Phil Taylor that started the whole mind games process. Oh, actually, it was Eric Bristol, wasn't it?
Yes.
Back in
1983.
135.
Yeah, a story that we have heard a lot over the years.
Certainly hear a lot if you've ever spoken to Keith Deller.
134.
Good visit by Kirk, not quite down to a finish, but it does just get his nose in front. And if it's another one of those scrappy visits from Plooy, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Advantage Kirk. Fill it up till he's double one. Ah, spoil sport.
30.
It's a great 180 when he leaves double one.
I love it.
Love a 10 dart leg. Finished on double one. We saw one last week.
Alan Norris, wasn't it? The man who plays the winner of this.
He didn't require 52.
Double 16. Bit awkward. We're going to go over the top into the top bit of the bed. That's where he was aiming. He wasn't far off, but Plooy's got a chance here. May look at the 19s first. Oh, maybe it is the 20s. It is, and he hits the treble, so he gets his choice of double, and it's double top he wants.
95.
Just a little bit low.
Would
have been the standout moment of quality in this match had he hit it. But Kirk to punish him. There it is.
Aidan Kirk, six-legged Michael.
Very good use of the first dart. You notice with Aidan's darts as well, when they hit each other, they wobble a lot, and that makes me nervous. Just think one of them's going to fall out. But guys these days who have that sort of
60.
loose penetration on the dartboard, they've got roughed up edges, so they tend to stick to the sides on the dartboard a bit more. This is the reasoning behind the wobbly point that is used by Zoran Lurchbacher, who we'll see later on today, and also John Michael from Greece.
And that is the first 180 of this one. And Michael Plooy, once again, showing that he is quite capable of world-class visits. Let's just see what the next visit is from Plooy, because against Barney and Kist, it was an absolute masterclass of 180 followed by 35 or something. Oh, no. Now then! Oh, unlucky. Good stuff from Plooy, just kicking into gear. Looking a level at 3 apiece.
99.
Well, the way this game's gone so far,
26.
I think we might be going all the way. And usually it would be 19s, but at this point in time it was the right play. Stick on the 20s. Set it up.
Yeah, and it'd be frustrated not to have done it, but it's still sensible work from Plooy.
49.
Only comes away with 49, a leg to forget for Captain Kirk.
53. That'll leave your tops. Yeah, that's lovely. That's a very good leg from Michael Plooy to hold through. Good scoring. Good leg management.
140.
We're 3-3.
Yeah, Kirk knows, though, that if he can just put in strong legs on his own throw, keep holding, he will edge through. So Stefan Seatman edging through against Jermaine Watermainer in a last leg decider.
85.
Are you a fan of the beard from the young man?
Well, look, I don't feel that I'm qualified to make any judgment calls on beard, seeing as I could not grow one myself. But, who cares what facial hair you've got if you're piling into the treble 20?
He looks more like a farmer than Captain Kirk.
Have we had a bearded Captain Kirk?
100. Aiden,
I don't know. I'm not much of a Star Trek fan.
I am not going to do an impression of Captain Kirk.
That's a shame. Set you up for it.
43.
All Aidan Kirk wanted there was a treble 20, just to give himself some breathing space. And he'll be praying that Michael Plooy doesn't hit a 25.
49.
Music to the ears of Aidan Kirk, gives him lots of time. 60 for double 16. That's an unfortunate deflection. It's got to make him think now. Treble 12 maybe?
52.
That's fine.
Yeah, it gives him the old 20 for tops. And Kirk hasn't seemed that fussed about trying to find his way past the dart if it was a bit low and a bit of a blocker. So he may try and stick this close to the tops, and he's not moving. Oh, double 10. Well, it's not worked for him, and this is an opportunity for Plooy. 101 checkout for a break of throw, and he needs a break at some point, and he's going to get a dart. And it's a double top. And the Dutchman doesn't give it enough.
Aiden, you require 10.
Well, Aidan, you left it. And that's the thing about double 5. It can give you problems if you've got a minimal amount of lack of confidence on it. Now, Plooy, for that vital break. He knows how important that is. He didn't particularly play his best in that leg, but it was enough.
Game on.
Aidan Kirk, inside his own head, is kicking himself, saying, how did I lose that leg? But now he's got to forget about it and press on and put the pressure back in the Dutchman's corner.
100.
Well, Aidan Kirk's qualification to here was John Bowles by 6-1.
60.
And a very tight game with the very likeable Jim Brown of Scotland. But now
96.
he wants to put Michael Plooy on his CV of defeats. Defeats of people, that is.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the last time Aidan Kirk was involved in a big stage game was that UK Open in 2014. Because 2015, 16 and 17, he's done nothing in the UK Open qualifiers, didn't get back there. He's not been involved in any other the big TV tournaments.
96.
And this is a Euro Tour debut for him.
64.
So, he comes into this. Difficult to talk about his form from a tournament of 3 years ago, but he's
56.
won more games on big stages than he's lost, and against some of the best players in the world.
139.
That brilliant pressure. He needed that more than anything so far in the match, because if Plooy hits a treble, double 14,
80.
and now Aidan Kirk can rescue this situation and give himself the advantage back with 20 and double 16. Biggest start of the match.
38.
Not far off from Captain Kirk, but far enough. And Plooy for 5-3. He was 2-0 down in this game. Double 7. Still double 7. Oh, you can see where that point hit. It looked like it clipped the second dart. Didn't look like it was heading into the double. But Kirk to break back. Oh, where's he trying to put this? It's high, and once again he aims for that bit of the bed, just misses inside.
He didn't have a choice. It was blocked completely. Had to go to the left and over the top. Plooy for double 7. Kirk is coming back. It's a game of missed doubles now from both players.
This time it is there. Aidan Kirk does break back immediately, but he has had to survive numerous darts, and that's the first time we've seen a smile from Aidan Kirk today. Oh, this might be a bit. Put a bigger smile on his face.
140.
Well, 140. Strong.
Well, his cheer squad's going through the ringer, aren't they?
Really
it's harder to watch than play.
35.
And there's evidence of that inconsistency. You just think, when he's got his tail down...
135.
140, 135 for Aidan Kirk, having dodged several bullets, a hail of bullets from Michael Plooy in the last leg. He could have been 5-3 down here and
137.
staring down the barrel. As Plooy once again, flits between. He's absolutely.
100.
It's just a sort of schizophrenic performance every time Michael Plooy gets on stage. Look at this.
139.
139. He's back in the leg, but Kirk is on a
126.
finish. Plooy isn't. He starts on the 19s. Well, he tried to. 64 scored.
74.
20 for double 16, you would think would be the route for Aidan Kirk. That's been his MO so far. 16s hasn't been very kind to him, though, has it?
And he's going to be under all sorts of pressure.
130.
This has got to go for his confidence. He's going to win this match. I feel he's got to hit this, and he does. That's better, Aidan. Clean, crisp, 14 darts, just when you needed it.
Well, Aidan Kirk started with a 14-darter, looked pretty authoritative. Has his doubling returned at just the right moment. Plooy once again finds himself in a closely contested battle in the first round of a European Tour event, but once again he may find himself on the wrong side of the scoreline. It's not over yet. Certainly isn't over yet. Because Plooy continues to fight, and that's the first 180.
Well, I was just about to say that Aidan Kirk is starting to speed up, but the rhythm of Plooy, I will give him this one. He may have a slightly unconventional action, but his rhythm is brilliant. It never changes.
140.
Yeah, what a leg of darts this is from Michael Plooy. Oh, now then, good dart from Aidan Kirk. Sensible stuff, 25 would have left him a finish.
Double 18. Oh, that's beautiful. Best leg of the match from Michael Plooy. They're going all the way. This one had 5-5 written all over it, didn't it? About 2-2.
Aidan Kirk, the finishing starts coming back right in the closing stages. You think he's got this game in the bag. Michael Plooy chucks in the best leg of the match. Who wins this one? Well, if Michael Plooy repeats his feats in the last leg, it might be him.
Well, that game that he was involved in back in Hildesheim with Christian Kist, very much like this. There were a few missed doubles and some brilliance in that match. It's got to think that it wasn't that long ago I was in this position. Will he use that experience to his advantage?
Yeah, has he gained anything from that? I believe in that match he did mismatch darts against Christian Kist. Look at the averages.
64.
Michael Plooy averaging just shy of 90. Kirk just below 84. They've both missed doubles. You could easily envisage both these guys getting darts for the match.
Aidan Kirk will be furious after that last visit. The first dart was plumb, and he didn't capitalise on a great first dart.
And that visit there might be it for Michael Plooy. Stubbornly staying up there. Oh, how has he done that?
That's a wonder dart. What's more, it puts him on 76. He's got the match in his hands.
That's not enough for Michael Plooy. Kirk is going to get a match dart. And he knows he's coming back. Double 4.
68.
One missed, but he will get more. Aidan Kirk is hitting fewer than 1 in 4 darts at double. So Plooy
100.
is down to a 2-darter, and there's still hope for Michael Plooy. But it's extinguished by Aidan Kirk, who comes through a last leg decider on his Euro Tour debut. The man who had that magical run to the last 16 of the UK Open back in 2014, beating Phil Taylor and Peter Wright, is through to the second round, and his first experience of Euro Tour darts. He will take on Alan Chuck Norris, the number 11 seed, and once again Michael Plooy makes it to a Euro Tour, and once again he is beaten in a tight game. 2 more matches for you this afternoon. Dimitri Vandenberg against Matt Clark, but coming up it's Germany's number 2, Martin Schindler, against Kong Robbie Green.
Was not easy at the end, huh?
Well, I struggled to start with, all the way through the game, if I'm honest with you. I didn't play like I can.
The doubles were the problem, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this is my first European tour. A bit of nerves, so next round I'll be fine.
Okay. What do you say to the crowd?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Aidan. Aiden Kirk, er ist froh, dass er durch ist. Sein Debüt auf der European Tour, zum ersten Mal auf so einer Bühne gespielt, zum ersten Mal auf vor so einer Kulisse gespielt. Und damit steht er also in der zweiten Runde. Er wird es mit Alan Norris zu tun bekommen. 2 Partien haben wir noch. Und jetzt